there's a new product that I think every Toyota owner needs, or at least should really consider looking into. It is very small, but I promise you, it packs in a lot of features. Okay, so this is my 2024 Tacoma, fairly brand new. It's only got 3,000 miles on it. I think I've owned it for like 4 months now, and I'm very, very glad that the first thing I decided to install myself on it was a dash cam. I actually have a video of the first modifications I made to the truck, and I'm pretty sure the dash cam was the first thing I did. And boy, was that a good idea, because I feel like in its short 3,000 mile lifespan, this truck has just seen a lot of crazy things and not necessarily good things.
I don't know if you guys can help, but we're stuck out there.
So yeah, from getting rear-ended to helping some kids that were stuck overnight in the desert to watching a tire blow out from the truck in front of me, life is just chaotic and unpredictable, and there are some situations that get thrown at you that you cannot dodge. But you can be proactive and equip your truck with some essential tools, like in this case, a dash cam. And what I'm sharing overall in this video is actually not just a dash cam, but we will be talking a lot about them in this video because it is a product that supplements one. I want to show you guys the brand new Dongar Pro Next Gen Parking Mode Power Adapter. So what exactly is this? Well, it's a power adapter designed with a dash cam installation in mind, although it also has a variety of other applications that we're going to talk about later in this video. It essentially allows you to use your rear view mirror as your power source. Okay, if we take a dash cam here, for example, and what I'm holding right here is the brand new Nextbase Pico 2K, and this is a dash cam I am very intrigued by because I really like its small form factor. It really reminds me of my Garmin Mini, which I've been running in both of my trucks for the last 4+ years. This dash cam has a form factor that really resembles it. It's very discreet, small, but if you take this dash cam or really any other dash cam and you want to install it in your vehicle, this is normally how you do it. Step 1, mount your dash cam. This one, like many others, has an adhesive socket mount. Then take the provided long power cable and plug it into the dash cam. The other end goes into a cigarette lighter receptacle, and then that plugs into a port. And that's it, but there's just one problem. Ew, that dangling wire is hideous and distracting. Okay, let me put a little more effort in and try this again more realistically. I'll actually tuck the cable in the headliner and down the side of the truck, then plug it in when the wiring's all neatened up, and that's looking a lot better. But I don't know, this is still a little archaic, right? You lose out on using this port for anything else, which objectively maybe isn't much of a loss for most people. I personally didn't even know my truck had one of these until I installed this. But really the only problem is that the port only gets power when the truck is on, meaning that the dash cam is only functional when the truck is on. So what if we could just ditch this whole long cable situation altogether? And that is where the Dongar Pro comes in, because 1, it makes the wire routing situation better, and 2, it'll allow you to run your dash cam while you're parked and your truck is off. So I'm going to show you how to install one in my new 2024 Tacoma, but after that, my older 3rd gen Tacoma, since I know that's what most of you who are watching are probably driving. But this singular kit is compatible with both vehicles and in fact many other Toyota and Lexuses. Alright, starting out with installing this on the newer Tacoma, step 1, behind the rearview mirror, remove this plate by pulling it down as shown. Remove the rest of the cover by pushing down on the top 2 corners. Warning, it might be a little tough the first time you do it, and you might have to use a little more force than you initially thought. But under there's a couple of wiring harnesses, and this is the one you'll want to unplug and move aside for now. Again, this kit is compatible for many vehicles, but for the 2024 Tacoma, this is the red, yellow, and black adapter from the kit that we'll need. Essentially, all you'll do is tee this in by plugging in the male end to the factory female end, then plugging the black factory harness that you removed into the female end of the Dongar one. You'll want this smaller black connector exposed since this will plug into the Dongar Pro. The cover can go back on since we're done with everything behind there. Just make sure you hear everything click back into place. Now we take the actual Dongar Pro itself and plug in this end into the black connector. I'd recommend doing this before removing the 3M backing to stick the adhesive down so that you know where you can place it. And that adhesive is plenty strong. I haven't had an issue with it in my other truck for over 4 years, even though I park in the sun pretty much every day for work. Mount your dash cam, then choose the appropriate provided short power cable from the Dongar kit. In the Pico's case, it's simply a USB-C on the dash cam to USB-C on the Dongar Pro, and now, while that took a little longer than the first way I installed it, doesn't that all look nice? With any new dashcam, you'll have to remember to set it up, usually with an app, and if you have wireless CarPlay, sometimes it can interfere with this. But for the most part, the Pico setup was easy. I just made sure to turn off all the sounds it makes on boot up in the settings because I did not want to hear it. This new truck beeps enough at me. And I made sure the camera was angled right, and that's the install on the new Tacoma. Now, onto the previous Gen Tacoma install, which was even easier. For this one, unplug the factory wiring harness behind the rearview mirror. This is the Dongar adapter that works for the Gen 3 Tacoma. And I already plugged the black connector of it into the Dongar Pro module itself. So I stick down the Dongar Pro and plug the adapter's male connector into the back of the mirror and factory male connector into the adapter's female connector. It's pretty simple, the connections only work one way, so you really can't mess it up. But all that's left is to add your dash cam, in my case the Garmin Mini, and plug in power using the micro USB to USB-C small provided cable between the dash cam and Pro module. Honestly, this one is even more stealthy than the 4th Gen Tacoma. I like it. So the magic of the Dongar Pro really is all about the 3 different modes you can put it in. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while, first off, thank you, but one of my first installations was a previous version of the Dongar adapter in my Tacoma, but this is really all about how the Pro is different and upgraded from that version. You might notice that the Pro has a switch in the middle of it, and that's because it has 3 modes. The leftmost is ignition mode, so as I power on the truck, the dash cam is of course on. But when I turn it off, a few seconds later, you'll see the dash cam turn off as well, as indicated by the lights on it. In continuous mode, the middle switch, or time mode, the rightmost switch, the dashcam will actually stay on even when I turn the truck off, which means I can have footage recording while I'm parked. These do have safety features in place though. In continuous mode, the USB port will stay powered on indefinitely as long as the vehicle's battery is above the low voltage battery threshold. In time mode, the USB port stays powered on for up to 4 hours or until the low voltage threshold is met. So I'm pulling the truck into the garage. This is where the cameras always come in handy. You can see dash cam's on and recording. Alright, so we're good there. Park. Turn the truck off. And right now it is all the way on time mode, so you can see that the dash cam does indeed stay on. So let's just make sure by getting out, walking to the front of the truck. So it's always recording while your truck is on, but there is the added benefit of recording when the truck is off in either of these modes as well, with literally the flip of a switch. And while again, I seem to capture a lot of action while driving, having a dash cam left powered on after I park is a huge safety improvement for my Toyota. And I mentioned before that you could use the Dongar Pro for several other applications. Now, while I see myself personally as really just using it as a dash cam power source, I know a lot of people like to run radars up front, so that is definitely something you can use the Pro for. I've also seen people install aftermarket heads-up displays that need a consistent power source. Basically, anything that needs a consistent power source, especially that's going to be sitting up front in the truck, the Dongar Pro is great for. On the website, they claim that it's the only dashcam adapter to feature a true 5V, 9V, and 12V output, making it very versatile. Some of the cool things about this is that the fact that its output is a USB-C, it supports a variety of different protocols, making things like fast charging possible. So I think overall, this is great. Now, it is a brand new product for me. I just installed it in the truck, so I will keep you guys updated with how it performs, how I'm liking it over time. But if it's anything like my last Dongar adapter that I have used for years and years and years, I know I will absolutely love it and get a lot of use out of it. I clearly am very excited about this, and as always, this will be linked down in the description along with several other dashcam recommendations in case you're looking for one as well. So yeah, only 3,000 miles on this particular truck, and we have already seen some absolutely crazy things. So as time goes on and I drive the truck more, just imagine what else the Dongar Pro will help me capture. But that is my argument for why you need this in your Toyota or Lexus, plus a dash cam too, of course. A little small thing, but very utilitarian. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying videos like these or they're useful. I always love installing new products in my truck, especially ones that are this good. If you want to connect more with me, I post a lot of stuff in real time on my Instagram. It's just way easier for me to connect with you guys over there. So it is at Chloe Kuo Taco if you want even more content. Other than that, thank you again, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.